bathroom right now, but I realized that most of my outlets are 2-prong and my lights are 3-prong, so I can't really set up my lights anywhere that's convenient. But anyway, today we're going to be doing part 3 of Grow Your Hair Out. This is the final part of the series. I'm just going to go through the do's and don'ts, a few things that you guys should be looking to do and a few things that you definitely don't need to be doing or want to do if you want to help grow your hair out. Add protein to your diet. Make sure that you're getting enough of it. Protein is important, and I don't mean to get all scientific, but your hair is made of keratin, and keratin is made of amino acids, and you get amino acids from protein. So your body needs protein to build those amino acids to get the keratin to build your hair. So make sure that you're getting protein. You can get protein from fish, eggs, nuts, lean meat. Yeah. Don't overwash your hair. Depending on the texture of your hair, that'll really dictate how often you want to wash your hair. I personally wash my hair once a week, just because it's dry. And it's really, right now it's dead straight, and this is a don't. We'll get to that though, but usually I wash my hair once a week. You don't want to overwash your hair because the natural oils that your hair creates helps with the growth. Now you don't want to let it go too long where your scalp is just really dirty and the hair can't grow, but you don't want to overwash it. Then it'll get dry and brittle and break off, and you're getting rid of all those natural oils that are actually really good for your hair. Let your hair down, literally. You know, buns are cute and updos and like braids and stuff, but that stuff is so bad for your hair and you're pulling it, and if you're wearing like rubber bands and stuff in your hair, that's the worst because you can rip out your hair at the root, and that's no bueno. Let your hair be free. Let it be great. You want to avoid chemicals and things like relaxers and perms and heat, all these things that are like super bad for your hair. And obviously you can see I have, well, actually this is like over a year of my hair going out. My hair was this color on the top section, but now what I did, I just let it grow out, and now it's actually ombre, and people are like, oh my god, your hair looks so good, it's ombre. And I was like, no, this is new growth and me not wanting to damage the rest of my hair. Turn it into a style, you know, like this wasn't cool until, you know, recently, and I was just like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna dye it anymore. Just avoid the dyes. You don't need to change your hair color or change the texture, but if you really feel like you need to, then at least get it done by a professional. Don't do it yourself. Just for me, you're not 7 or 8 years old. You don't need that. Just get it done by a professional who knows what they're doing. Another thing that I found helpful is to switch sides when you sleep. So a lot of us, typically when we go to sleep, we sleep on one side. I usually sleep on my right side. So I don't know, that's probably not the cutest thing to do. But yeah, so you can see that like the left side is kind of like thicker and the right is kind of like thinner. So what I've learned is that if you try to train your body, and it takes a long time, but if you try to switch sides, like instead of sleeping on your right side, try sleeping on your left side for a while. It actually helps, because when you're sleeping on that same side every single night, it's stunting the growth because you're blocking up everything, and this side is, you know, being healthy, this side's being great, but the other side is like stifled. You want it to be able to grow as evenly as possible. When I'm going to sleep, when I know that I'm about to just knock out, I'll switch to the side that's less comfortable and try to force my body to stay there, and it gets easier over time and your body kind of adjusts to it. So just try switching sides. I'm not a fan of this, and it's probably not helping with my hair growth process either, but I've heard that if you trim your ends, okay, I'm not an idiot, I know that your hair grows from your scalp, so obviously your ends don't dictate what happens up here, but I've heard that if you trim your ends, that's good, because when your hair starts to split, when you have split ends like I do, it travels up and it makes it more prone to breakage up, you know, closer to your roots. So I've read that that's good for your hair, but I don't like to get my hair trimmed because I feel like a lot of hairdressers are aggressive. We'll just call it that. And they take off a lot more hair than I feel needs to be taken off. So I just let it flow, and then if there's ends that are like really terrible, I'll literally just cut them myself. But, you know, again, and I'm, you know, contradicting myself, go to the professionals, somebody you trust though, if you want to get a trim. The last don't is to not stress, and this is much more easier said than done. That's Marlo, he wants attention. It's hot in here. So try not to stress. It causes your hair to fall out, and you might not even notice this for like months after you've been like really stressed out continuously. But just try not to stress, try to relax, and just know that everything's gonna be okay. You don't want to be pulling your hair out or getting your body to a point where it's falling out, because that's not healthy. And the last thing, we have to end on a positive note, of course, is to be patient. And this is probably my most difficult part, because I'm just not patient in general with anything. So you have to be patient. All of the things that I've showed you guys, they're not going to work overnight. They're not things where it's like, you know, you'll wake up in the morning, you'll have this gorgeous mane of hair. That's not how it works. Realistically, hair usually on average grows like 1/4 of an inch a month. So think about that. And then if you're doing stuff to kind of backtrack, like if you're using tight hairstyles or you're pulling your hair out and you're stressed, it's kind of counterproductive. If you're consistent and you keep using these methods, you know, the healthy diet, just maintaining a healthy lifestyle, taking care, being gentle, massaging your scalp, switching sides, all of this stuff, you should notice an improvement in the length of your hair. Let me know if you like the series thing. Sometimes it takes a while, because then I have to figure out like the order and how to do it, the flow and stuff. I think that's important stuff. But let me know if you like these types of videos. I can do other things. Well, obviously I'm going to do other things. So we'll do a length check right now. So this is how long my hair is now. Oh, it's pretty long. Yeah, so that's what we're working with now. Let me know how your process goes, and yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.